Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope. This one is for Monday the 13th of June going through until Sunday the 19th of June 2022. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. And what I've noticed about this week is that it's going to be a very social 7 days. So it's really easy to get on with other people, to enjoy other people, to spend time, to go and do stuff. It's all about what you can do as a group, as a team, and how you can have fun in the process. So I'm going to go through each day here just to see what the planets are doing, what energy they create amongst themselves, and how you can then use that energy to your advantage. So starting with Monday the 13th of June, we have the moon in Sagittarius, and that trines Jupiter, Mars, and Chiron in Aries. So that's all fire. The moon is what comes naturally and easily. In Sagittarius, it's in the fire sign of the Centaur, and it's very much about exploration and adventure and what can I learn and what is out there and how can I set goals and pursue them and how can I have a good time. Jupiter is the lucky planet, Mars is the planet of drive and ambition, and Chiron is the wounded healer. And with all of those in the first sign of the zodiac, the fire sign Aries, it's very much about activating good luck in your life when you take action based on what it is you want, what you find exciting and interesting. Mars in Aries is really happy because Mars rules Aries. So in that placement, it can absolutely pursue whatever it is it wants without any self-doubt and kind of ho-humming the self. And then Chiron in Aries, anything that you do that stems from within, that puts you at the center. It sounds kind of odd to say it like this, but anything that you do for yourself, where you may have struggled in the past, or it's something that's important to you and you're worried about it and you want to do it anyway, anything like that is going to feel super satisfying. And it's like, yes, I did it for me. I love it. Thank you so much. So if you're not on good terms with yourself, Monday is a great day to get on good terms with yourself. Mercury, the communication planet, enters Gemini. Again, Mercury, the communication planet, rules Gemini. It also rules Virgo. But in Gemini, it's very much about expressing the self and taking information and putting it out there. Virgo is much more about receiving information and making sense of it. So it feels like a golden era to me in a way, and I don't know if that's overstating it, but we've got Mars in Aries. That's super happy. Mercury is in Gemini. So things kind of click into place, things line up in a way that's really positive. You feel a lot of personal power and drive, the ability to express yourself. You're not so... What I keep getting is, you know, this thing about quibbling with yourself and being kind of back and forth, that is nowhere to be found. So if you struggle with that, again, to kind of just second guess, that's what I'm looking for. If you constantly second guess yourself, Monday the 13th of June is a great day to overcome that. The Sagittarius moon also quincunxes Uranus and Venus in Taurus. Okay, so that's nice because the moon says, I want to go run and play. And then Uranus in Taurus and Venus in Taurus. Uranus is the planet of the miraculous and unexpected, and Venus is the creative planet of love and beauty and new beginnings. So something amazing can appear in your practical circumstances. You can either get very creative and make something of your own, or something good appears in your life, like you get a present, or you find out that there's an opportunity to change departments into the kind of job role you always wanted to be in. So it's kind of like giving me the Ace of Pentacles vibes a bit. So on Monday, you start the week with a great deal of enthusiasm. You have fun by socializing, traveling, and studying a new interest. You have also probably a great many creative ideas floating around, and expressing those will be easy and it'll feel fulfilling. Again, doing something for yourself is going to be like, yes, I'm doing it. Well done, me. Tuesday, the 14th of June, we've got a full moon in Sagittarius. So I'm going to make a separate video on this because the new moons and the full moons are these big events. A full moon in Sagittarius is warm and positive and excessive and likes to have fun. The Sagittarius moon opposes the sun in Gemini, obviously because it's a full moon, but the sun in Gemini is also really lighthearted and upbeat, and that's what I get for this whole week, you know, like fun conversations and seeing the good in things and socializing. What I'm not getting so much is a big focus on work. So if you have to work a lot here on Tuesday, then just kind of really get your head in the game because you're much more interested in enjoying the summertime. The astrology is based on the Northern Hemisphere. So even if you're in the southern hemisphere and it's winter, it's this summery vibe of, yes, I want to be out there, meet new people and tell funny stories and have a good time. The Sagittarius moon also sextiles Saturn in Aquarius, so that's nice because you're very teachable and you're serious when it comes to other people teaching you or finding answers in other people's experiences. So you're able to learn from other people's mistakes. Wow, that's very grown up. Sagittarius moon also squares Neptune in Pisces. Oh, so the adventure isn't just about doing fun things. It's also about like the dream. It's about my vision for life and how interesting it can all be. It can be very kind of a spiritual awakening here. And then the moon also quincunxes Venus in Taurus. So you have an appreciation for nature, anything that's beautiful, anything that attracts you, anything that has a sense of growth associated with it, like I'm going to nurture this and see it grow into something amazing. So you're very kind of maternal. You're very able to take care of other people and support them. So you're able to learn and to receive advice and info, but you're also able to give it and you're able to mentor people. So Tuesday is very similar to Monday, I feel, because the sense of adventure and motivation continues, but with this full moon here, it reaches a climax. So it's like, yes, I've got to go do stuff. It's a great day to connect with other people, to enjoy nature, to travel and to express yourself. Your imagination and your intuition are heightened because of the Neptune influence, and you're able to express really personal feelings in a creative way. Doesn't mean you have to show them and have a gallery opening, but you're able to actually express something that's super personal to you and then understand it better as a result. Wednesday, the 15th of June, we've got the moon going into Capricorn at 14 minutes past midnight. So the moon in Capricorn is much more about work and getting things done and being black and white in your thinking. Is this useful? Is it not useful? It's kind of like, does it make sense? Doesn't it? Is it logical? Isn't it? That's all it cares about. So it's much more cut and dry. The Capricorn moon then squares Jupiter, Chiron, and Mars in Aries. So if I work and if I'm very productive and I get a lot done, then that's something good for myself. Again, well done. So, the whole theme of, I keep patting my shoulder here, but there's a real sense that you can get on better terms with yourself and you can be proud of yourself and you support yourself. You love your way through things that are difficult that you have to take care of. Mars in Aries conjunct Chiron in Aries. So getting your way feels healing. Okay. So that it's very much like me and my wants and my needs. So if you struggle with feeling selfish or putting yourself first, this is a good week to practice. And I'm stuttering here, but it's a good thing in the sense that you have your own self-interest, like in the top 3 at the very minimum, but you're also able to socialize and you're able to connect with other people and listen and learn and to have fun. So it's kind of like you're standing in your power, and that means people get to know you for who you really are, your authentic self, without all the faulty stuff that sometimes gets added on. The Capricorn moon trines Uranus in Taurus. Okay, so I want to, if I work hard enough, it's this sense that if I really perform, if I make a huge effort, then anything can happen. So again, it's a sense of wonder and optimism, and the future is rich and promising. So your mindset is really great. So on Wednesday, your focus does shift to work. The positivity and stuff is still there, but now it's not so much about travel and exploration and all the sad stuff. It's very much about, I want to excel in my work. So you're super motivated, you're capable and focused on getting things done on Wednesday. It's an amazing day for self-employed people. If it's down to you, what you're able to achieve, then Wednesday is really a winner here. If there's anything you're disappointed with, you'll want to address it or talk about it and identify this thing and change the situation. So anything in the past that you weren't particularly satisfied with, you'll want to kind of go back there a bit and mend things for the better. Conversations about your position at work will be successful. So if you're talking to the boss and you're saying, I want more responsibility, I want to do the layout, can you let me do it? It's very likely that you'll get a yes. On Thursday, the 16th of June, okay, this is a busy one. We've got the Sun in Gemini, positive, expressive, fun-loving. It trines Saturn in Aquarius. I belong to society, I fit in. And it squares Neptune in Pisces. My intuition guides me through my relationships. The Capricorn moon trines Venus in Taurus. I want to work at something beautiful and creative and let the world inspire me. Sextiles Neptune in Pisces. My intuition and my imagination is really fired. So the outside world inspires me and I'm able to beautify the existing circumstances by creating my own artistic things. It conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn. I also want to get creative with my work and maybe change that. And it quincunxes the Sun in Gemini. So talking about what my plans are may offer some new ideas and solutions via other people. The moon enters Aquarius at 11:44 in the evening. So now it's very much about thinking and ideas and what could I make sense of? And then the Aquarius moon trines Mercury in Gemini. So if I express my ideas, that's how I can be of service to humanity. So anyone who wants to make a speech, TED Talk, you want to write a book, you want to get your own ideas out there, but for whatever reason it hasn't worked until now, looking at it again on Thursday will really support you. So Thursday overall is a really fab day to be inspired by looking at art, nature, getting creative, or studying an area of interest that you're not overly familiar with. It's still a great day to socialize, but anything that involves learning will be of particular interest to you. Friday, the 17th of June, we've got the Aquarius moon now forming a sextile with Jupiter and Chiron and Mars in Aries. So this is now all about how can I make a difference in the world and in society? How can I be an activist and stand up for what's right? How can I be charitable or work for a foundation to make things better for people who don't have the same resources that I do? What can I do independently to make the world a better place? And you may think that's a bit naff, but it isn't. Because one person can change the world. And on Friday, you really have this I want to do some good here mindset, which is amazing. The Aquarius moon, so it's interesting, because I was saying that before, it's like me, my interests, my desires, my needs. But you're showing a very different side of you now on Friday, where it's like, okay, I have put myself in a position where I'm happy in life and I feel like I'm doing things that support me. How can I now help other people? So you see, like, it's kind of evidence that being self-interest is super essential sometimes, because if you get what you need, and particularly what you need, not what you want. If your needs are met, then you're going to be much more willing to share the good times and the prosperity. So the Aquarius moon then squares Uranus and Taurus. So you're so into ideas and thinking and looking at how things could be done differently that you're really a visionary and you're an intellectual and you're coming up with all these fabulous ideas for social change and making things better in the world. So if you do work for a charity or you're a lawyer working for some sort of foundation and helping people, Friday is fab for all of that. So the main theme I feel on Friday is that learning is super important to you. So I would ask myself here on Friday, what is it that I'm interested in that I could study in a more in-depth way? Because you're so teachable and interested in kind of broadening your horizons that anything that you look at on Friday is going to be, one, you're going to be able to learn it quite easily, and second of all, it's very likely to have a positive effect on others because of all that Aquarius energy. So it's a good idea to pay attention to your own interests on this day. If you pursue them, it could mean a new work opportunity, doing something you love. And again, self-interest versus being charitable and a humanitarian. That's the big theme I'm getting here on Friday, that you can do both. And you can only be charitable and useful when you put yourself first. So charity begins at home. Saturday, the 18th of June, we've got the Aquarius moon forming a square with Venus and Taurus. So all this stuff I've learned now, I want to express it in some sort of beautiful way that's easy to understand. And it conjuncts Saturn in Aquarius and trines the Sun in Gemini. So this is interesting because it's kind of like the creative versus the intellectual. So what I feel I ought to be doing versus what I really feel. And you're able to navigate that very nicely. You're able to dip into both. Oh, so if there's anything that's happened in society or anything public that's had a personal impact on you and you want to talk about that thing, Saturday is a great day to create that content. So the example that's coming to mind is, you know, like Picasso's Guernica, that picture about the war in Spain. It's that kind of personal, creative take on something that exists out there already. Wow. Venus is in Taurus and it squares Saturn in Aquarius. Yeah, so you're like a social commentator on Saturday. You're able to break something down creatively or to engage with it on a creative level. And it will put a new spin on what's happened, or it will put a new perspective, your own creative perspective on it. Super important, I feel, because, you know, narratives and stories and pieces of art and stuff, it's what not that I'm an expert here, but it shapes the way something is thought of. You know, like that Guernica thing, I don't really know very much about Spanish history. If it weren't for that picture, I may have never known about it. So that's what I mean. You're able to really make something that's public, personal. Ooh. Venus in Taurus sextiles Neptune in Pisces, so you're not lacking in creativity at all. You're super creative, and that's why it's a great day for doing this kind of work. It's also a wonderful time in terms of socializing. Again, it's a fabulous day for romance and conversation. You appreciate other people's experience and you're willing to learn from it. And most importantly, you're willing to listen. It's really the perfect energy to get to know someone better. Because, you know, this artistic sense that you bring to anything, you also bring like a sense of generosity and giving the other person the benefit of the doubt when you're talking to them and meeting them. Finally, Sunday, the 19th of June, we've got the moon going into Pisces at 1:01 in the morning. The moon in Pisces is very ethereal. It's interested in what could be the imagination, the intuition. The Pisces moon then squares Mercury in Gemini, so it informs your creative output. And it sextiles Uranus and Taurus, and you can... So this now reaches a climax point, this creative ability with the moon moving into Pisces. It's like, oh, like I know I'm an artist. I know what I'm doing here. Venus in Taurus, also the artist. Sextiles Neptune in Pisces, the imagination, the intuition. So if you are a painter or a creative person or a writer, please, 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 Sunday the 19th of June, you'll create amazing work. The sun is in Gemini, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I can talk. So you're super prolific. You're not suffering from writer's block at all here. And in quincunxes Pluto in Capricorn, you can really create a piece of work which will serve you in future. So if you've written a novel and it's done very well, you can live off the royalties of that book for the rest of your life if it does really well. Or, you know, like you record a song that becomes a hit. Yeah. It's that kind of work that makes an indelible mark on your life in a good way. So this week, please socialize, please get creative, have fun, go out in the sun and frolic. And yeah, that's really what I'm getting. It's a really positive, fun-loving, exceptional week. So I hope you have a wonderful time. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, scroll down a little bit until you get to a button that says book your reading. Click on that button to order your reading with me. And in my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. And to draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me, please. That's a process where I work out your time of birth. I need 10 or more life events, and then I can get the time of birth down. Once I have that snapshot of the sky, it looks like this. And then I read your chart and see what it says about you in terms of personal development, money, communication, moving, belonging to institutions, health, home life, relationships, romantic relationships, children, work. If you have questions about anything really, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading and I can look at your chart and see what it says. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing week and I'll speak to you for the daily tarot readings. The special video I'm going to make on the full moon in Sagittarius that happens on Tuesday, and then all the other little videos I make, although I haven't made many personal videos. Okay. This isn't anything to do with the horoscope or the reading or stuff. I've got a vlog kind of thing on my channel, and I always did little things like walking through town and skateboarding and doing live Q&A sessions. I think I'll do a live Q&A sometime soon, so watch out for that. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will speak to you next week. All the best.